Taiwan, I'm Erika Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Away from the big hitters of politics in Taiwan, the country's smaller parties say the current system is unfair and leaves them unable to compete. They're demanding equal treatment to larger parties with more candidates and resources. Irene Lin reports.
With just days to go before Taiwan's general elections, smaller parties are struggling to make their voices heard. Representatives from a number of minor parties gather outside the Central Election Commission in Taipei to call for a level playing field.
登记的保证金上以及竞选影片上，我们应该获得的公费的这样子的一个选举资源，应该要是一样的，这样才叫做符合民主的平等原则。
The protest came ahead of a televised policy platform. Each party gets time to speak based on the number of at-large candidates they're fielding this year. For these smaller political parties, the broadcast is a much-needed chance to get exposure. But because they only run a few candidates, their time on screen is limited.
也就是与参选保证金成正比，所以台湾的选举制度不只是对于基层的个别参选人而言是高墙，对于小党也是高墙。
The three main parties, the KMT, DPP, and TPP, have dozens of party list candidates, giving them 15 minutes each in the presentation. But the small parties have far fewer, with one only getting 4 minutes to speak. And every minute counts. Each party needs at least 5% of the public vote to claim a seat in the legislature. So time to present their views to the public is vital. And if they fail to secure even 1% support, these backers will have to pay taxes on their political donations. These rules mean many people are unwilling to back small parties financially. With the bar for entry set so high and with so little media exposure, smaller parties struggle to make a mainstream impact. They say these unfair rules need to go, and that all parties need to be treated equally for the country to be a true democracy. Howard Zhang and Irene Lin for TaiwanPlus.
It's clear the youth vote will play a key role in determining who will become Taiwan's next president. But just what do young voters want? We traveled around the country to find out.
是希望就是投票，然后新的总统可以让台湾的经济变得更往前。因为我觉得今年的疫情“缺”这个字真的是太重要，缺工这个字太重要，所以导致大家很多人都没有工作，或者是很多人都往国外去工作了。
我自己可能只是觉得过去8年都同一个政府执政，有点无聊了吧？感觉来点变化，看看新的人做的怎么样，这样，对，期待感。我觉得。 健康一点的环境应该是要固定会有轮替吧。
就是针对房价的议题啊，租屋政策，现在有很多的建商嘛，在炒地皮，我觉得人民也越来越没有能力去负担房子，它有点变像奢侈品了，它不是生活东西了。
I really hope that the Taiwan can stay like this. For example, we just passed the same-sex marriage. We are trying to make Taiwan like more green, using more like green energy. I think all these directions are correct. This is what I hope, not only like to keep Taiwan free, but also to build a more open society, a better future for our next generation. And to me, these issues are also very crucial.
投票的时候，我比较在乎的是要有制衡的力道，因为我认为民主选举必须要有不同的声音呈现在国会殿堂里面，它不可以全部都是同一方的声音。
我刚当爸爸没有很久，那可能我看的会比较在意就是年轻人或是小孩子的部分，对，就是政策可能对于年轻人啊，或是对于小孩未来的教育，或是在台湾的整个社会发展上有注意的。 我会比较愿意投给他这样子。
Permanent housing is looking increasingly out of reach for Taiwan's young people. According to new data, nearly 51% of mortgages in the first 3 quarters of 2023 went to people over the age of 40. That's up more than 7 percentage points from the same period in 2012. The data also shows that house prices in Taiwan have risen a whopping 66% over the past decade. The rising cost of living and the skyrocketing cost of housing has been a key election issue, especially for the younger generation. Taiwan's young people feel they're in bad financial shape. That's according to a new survey that's compared outlooks and attitudes around the region. Jean-Van Trieste takes a closer look.
As 2024 gets underway, a new regional survey finds Taiwan's young people are full of ambition and energy. But when it comes to finances, few think 2024 is going to be their year. In fact, many say they're pessimistic about money matters for the whole coming decade. The survey by Taiwan's Commonwealth Publishing Group took in the world's main Chinese-speaking countries and regions. That's Taiwan, China, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Malaysia. It defined young as anyone aged 18 to 45. Though it did not get complete data from all of these regions, it still found that in some areas, Taiwan's young people don't feel they've gotten their piece of the economic pie. Over 60% said their pay is too low, and over 80% said they're priced out of the housing market. Taiwan led the region in both responses. The data bears this out. While wages have risen modestly over the past several years, house prices have shot up by close to 70% since 2012. It wasn't all bad news. Taiwan had a slight lead in positive attitudes like engagement with society and the drive to achieve.
台湾亚洲应该算名列前茅的民主自由的国家嘛，所以民众还有社会氛围都很开放自由，所以大家关心投入公共事务或从事社会活动，当然也是比较容易。
But the survey's author did note the high level of economic discontent.
是政府也打房打了好几次，可是还是一个节节攀升的一个状况下。那在这个部分其实青年应该都非常的期待我们将来的国家领导人能够在这个部分多点力气来解决他们的问题。
And with a presidential election just days away, this isn't an issue that's escaped attention. The 3 candidates have proposals that range from selling off public land for housing to building more social housing and imposing higher taxes on owners with multiple properties. The question is who wins and whether these promises are kept. Leon Lien and Jean-Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Thousands of competitors from around the world spent 2 days running across Taiwan's outlying Kinmen Islands. Erika Liu reports on this annual marathon.
And they're off. 2 days and 42 kilometers around Taiwan's outlying Kinmen Islands in the 2024 Kinmen Marathon. Nearly 3,000 runners from 22 countries competed in the marathon and half-marathon races, battling strong winds from an approaching monsoon.
上金门大桥那个风很大，这次真的很好跑，很舒服。
The setting for this 2-day race, Kinmen, sitting just 10 kilometers away from the eastern coast of China, and offers competitors a chance to learn more about the island's history and natural beauty.
风稍微有点变强变大，所以有点挑战。不过我发觉这个整个赛道还有整个这个路线的规划，还是都十分的完善。那我相信呢，牌友来这边也可以享受到金门很多的这一种美景。
The islands are also home to several military bases. And this year, members of the Marines' elite 101st Amphibious Reconnaissance Battalion, also known as the Sea Dragon Frogmen, joined the race. This year's marathon was held a week earlier than usual to accommodate Taiwan's elections on January 13th. But the earlier date and the wind did not impact these runners' enthusiasm. Devin Tsai and Erika Liu for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally today, check out these scenes from France's west coast, where the Ultim Challenge Round the World Yacht Race has just gotten underway. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.